Try a little bit of that figure-8 pattern that we were talking about. Yeah.
I'm Tara Villa-Keith, Associate Professor of Music and Orchestra Director at Davidson College.
See if you can show the fact that the overall motion feels a little bit different than the beginning.
Every other year I teach a class in conducting in the spring, and the students who take the class learn about conducting technique, baton technique, left-hand technique, score study, rehearsal technique, how the instruments transpose, and how to approach interpreting a score.
Okay, good, very nice. I'm going to have you do an experiment.
Some of the challenges in learning how to conduct, or learning all the multiple tasks that you have to be doing as a conductor and all of the things you have to be thinking about. Coordination is very important, and so a good amount of time is spent on learning how to use proper baton technique in the right hand, but then also coordinating the other hand so that you can show expressive gestures instead of just showing tempo and time. With the left hand, they can show dynamics, they can show articulations, they can give cues with it, and sometimes even in class we even work on their facial expressions as like a third hand at showing expression.
I'm left-handed, and the conducting etiquette is to conduct with your right hand, so trying to be able to coordinate that and do two hands at once has been pretty difficult for me. It's crazy how hard it is just to do this and this at the same time.
I studied classical voice, and as a professional singer I would be working a lot with conductors, and I thought it would be helpful to know a little bit about what they do. When I learn pieces now, instead of having to count out and say, okay, this is 3 beats and then that one's 2, I think of a beat pattern.
I don't know when else I'm ever going to get a chance to conduct an orchestra.
This is definitely one of my favorite classes to teach because the students who take it have such a wide variety of interests and backgrounds, and they're not all music majors.
I'm actually an econ math double major. It's a lot of good ways to learn like how I show things non-verbally, which is something I actually kind of struggled with in the past. So I think it was a really good class for me to take in that way to really learn those attributes that can help me in really any field that I go into.
And see if you can bring us into some kind of realm.
There are so many advantages to taking conducting, even if you never plan on being a professional conductor or even a musician in that regard. When I started conducting, I learned all kinds of things about public speaking, communication with people of different backgrounds, how to lead a large group of people with different interpretations of the music, and how to just talk to people.
You get a much fuller picture when you're conducting because you're listening to everyone, you're conducting the whole group, and so you have to have more of a big picture mindset rather than when you're playing in your section, you know, you're contained.
You have to be able to know the music, to be able to conduct it, you have to be able to listen to what all the parts are doing, to notice where the mistakes are, to notice where the good things are, to be able to encourage them and hear all of that at one time.
He's not written a crescendo in here. There's this natural sense that we're arriving at that forte. I think
so throughout the semester, the students prepare for the final project, which is a public performance in the Duke Family Performance Hall. And so they will conduct a live concert with the full orchestra for a public audience.
Pretty nervous about it, actually.
I'm not quite as nervous about the actual performance as about the rehearsals.
I haven't really thought much about the concert yet. I'm definitely really nervous for the first rehearsal, for sure.
Dr. Keith has told us that it'll be easier and it'll help us when we have the full orchestra, so I'm hoping that's true. You gotta kind of zone in and be in it all the time, but not too zoned in because you have to pay attention to the orchestra, obviously. And so it's really fast. There's a lot of page turning and a lot of commotion, but it's a fun one.
And I can't be like, oh, whoops, I lost my place. Sorry, can we start over?
Not only do you prepare the score and have to study all the different instruments, what they're doing at any given moment in the score, but then when you're in front of the group, you have to be listening to what sound they're producing. How can you fix that sound if you need to? How can you change it if you need to? And then are they actually playing what your interpretation is of the score? What you see as an audience member is the final performance. You see the final product. You see the physical manifestation of what they've been studying. But what you don't see is all of the hours of work that go before that, even before they get in front of the orchestra, they have to do extensive score study and research before they're even ready to step in front of a group. And so there's so much work that gets done before you see that final product.